train to go to Sugar Hill way up in Harlem. And if you miss that 8 train, the quickest way to Sugar Hill in Harlem. Hurry, 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 get on board, it's coming. Listen to those rails humming. Forget your car or airplane and get on board that 8 train.
Welcome to the University of Maryland Student Leadership Awards evening. We are so glad you are here. I am Marcia Gensler-Stevens. In my day job, I direct the Stamp, and so this is like being home. And for many of us, we were here on Friday night for the Art Attack, so we've been home a long time this weekend, which was great. And I'm very popular among my younger friends because I said I went to a 2 Chainz concert. They think I'm totally cool. Welcome to this occasion, and I love this evening because you can almost feel the vibrancy of extraordinary leaders in the room. And I think you will feel that and hear that as you hear all of these really terrific student leaders introduced throughout the course of the evening. Every spring, I teach a women's leadership class, and we are coming near the end of the term. And one thing they have to do, which really is a difficult assignment, is for 2 weeks they have to be reflective, which isn't easy to do when you're really engaged, involved students. And they're asked to sort of have these reveries and write something down and then ask other people to read what they wrote and there to reflect on what they wrote. And among the things they sort of look at are their strengths, what they think their strengths are. And then they turn around and ask other people what they think their strengths are. And in the end, they come up with this amazing list that helps inform their power. But power isn't just what you do really well, it's also how you overcome obstacles and deal with mistakes or missteps. And so they write about that too. And then they write about their purpose and their passion and what are the things they want to do and who do they dream of being when they grow up. And then they finally write about this interconnected world they live in that gives them this great sense of a network, but more importantly, this community of care. I think of those assignments, which for me are one of the funnest to read. I think of it because tonight I think you're going to hear all of that about all of our award winners. Throughout the evening, you're going to get a chance to listen to people talk about our students, and you will hear in those introductions really important strengths that they bring to our community. And I hope on occasion you hear something of the mountains or obstacles they have confronted in order to become the people they are today. And somewhere along the line, either in the table conversation or in the introduction for their awards, you'll hear something of those dreams and that purpose and that passion. And then finally, if you look around the room, you can see that community of care that came this evening to be here. A combination of faculty and staff who really do adore these people, but also siblings and moms and dads and partners and others who are here because they love you. And that, my friends, is really extraordinary. So I know that this award-winning evening is about our students, but you wouldn't be here if you didn't have that caring group of people. So students, will you join me in a moment? Won't you stand up and give a standing ovation to the people who got you here tonight? Please join me in that standing O for the folks that are sitting around you. Now, I think I'm one of the only things standing between you and those inspiring stories. Tonight we're going to present awards throughout the evening's meal, and you'll get a break every once in a while because you just need to catch up with each other and be inspired by the folks sitting at your table or find out that you lived in the same state. Jacob and I, both from Illinois, we're like, whoop. So you're going to find that you have an occasion just to be in conversation and introduce yourself to each other. We're going to have great food, and that's going to make this all really fun. And then you'll also get a chance to have occasion to see award winners come to the stage who will be presented by really terrific student affairs leaders, campus leaders, and exceptional student leaders who have been selected tonight to present a few of our awards. You're going to hear a lot of it, but if you want to read more about it, in the commemorative booklet, you'll find biographies about all of our student award recipients and finalists in that booklet. It is perfect for taking home for that scrapbook. In addition, we are live streaming this event tonight, and there's a little slip of paper on the table that tells you where that is in case you want to follow us live and watch us on your phone simultaneously. Or if you want to give a quick tweet out to Grandma, this is where she should turn it on. And I was surprised. Last year was the first year we live streamed. No lie, lots of people watched it. Either there was nothing else on TV or you're critically important to a lot of people. So we are so glad that we're going to live stream this again. That same site, that slip of paper, is where you can watch this as a video later. So, you know, if the neighbors didn't get a chance to watch it live stream, bring them in, serve them dinner, watch this as a video. Before you start your meal, we're going to do one quick thing, and if you've already started, don't you worry, there is no social faux pas here. If we learned something of the victory song from the football players who had to learn it, or the big show participants who learned it with all the, you know, which way to pump, right hand first motions, we learned the alma mater in some ways in those meaningful moments when we bring it out. So tonight, before we start our evening, I want to ask our friends who you will hear all evening, Cheek to Cheek is over there. In their real lives, the majority of them work in the University Health Center. You know, if you can do music and heal people, that's amazing. But they're going to be playing throughout the evening. The Academy Awards has nothing on us. We have an exceptional orchestra over there. It's a small orchestra, but it's amazing. And they're going to be joined tonight with a singer. Monica Alabizo is in the theater department. She is a senior who will graduate. She ran in here straight from an audition, and they kept her longer, which is a really good sign. I had to pepper her with questions because I wish. But she will sing the alma mater, but she will not sing it alone. She will sing it with a chorus of willing participants. And the only way to sing the alma mater is to stand for it out of love of the alma mater. And the words are in your program booklet, or they're on the screen. Won't you join with Monica, star of stage and soon to be New York as well. Remember Monica's name. At some point, she will be on Broadway. You'll go to the show and be like, oh my God, she was my friend in college. And you will ask for favors like front row seats to Hamilton. Won't you please join me this evening in welcoming a wide variety of presenters who come with great pride in the accomplishments of these students, some of them your students, and they will be throughout the evening's meal. So don't you worry if you're eating your main course and someone's talking. You just eat and enjoy savoring each accomplishment with each bite. Our first set of presenters are two terrific women. Dr. Brooke Supple is the Chief of Staff in the Office of the Vice President for Student Affairs. She is also the advisor to Omicron Delta Kappa, an exceptional leadership society that is one of the co-hosts for this evening. She will be followed by Ms. Samantha Bingaman, and Sam is one of those really terrific senior student leaders. I saw her win a scholarship just a couple of weeks ago. She is president of Omicron Delta Kappa, and they will present our first set of awards, and then after that, I'll come back and I'll have a quiz for you. Bring it on, Brooke.
Oh, Marcia, you didn't read the script. It's not in the right place. Each year, the Sigma Circle of Omicron Delta Kappa National Leadership Honor Society selects one of its members as Leader of the Year. This person competes on both the regional and national level for the very prestigious award of ODK National Leader of the Year. Thanks to the very generous support of the ODK president from 1937 and 38, and a very outstanding leader in his own right, we have named our Leader of the Year award the Colonel J. Logan Schutz Omicron Delta Kappa Leader of the Year Award after the late Colonel Schutz, who had been an exceptional supporter of the Sigma Circle of ODK for over 75 years. This year's recipient is a senior environmental science and policy major with a 3.95 GPA. This ODK president and past ODK Top 10 freshman honoree serves on the University Sustainability Council and chairs the Sustainability Fund Review Board. She is also a group fitness instructor for University Recreation and Wellness and a member of the Maryland Triathlon team. Quite the underachiever, as you can see. Won't you join me in congratulating this year's winner of the Colonel J. Logan Schutz Omicron Delta Kappa Leader of the Year Award, Samantha Bingaman.
everybody. Every year, the University of Maryland community is enhanced with the addition of talented first-year students. This year's freshman class represented the brightest and most engaged scholar leaders the institution has ever admitted. With this award, Omicron Delta Kappa honors first-year students who have contributed to the university community across ODK's 5 pillars of campus life, which include scholarship, athletics, campus and community service, social and religious activities, and campus governance, journalism, speech, and the mass media, and in the creative and performing arts. I am pleased to introduce the top 10 freshmen for 2017. As I announce each of the winners, I ask that you join me and stay on the stage. The first one, Maria Cortez, is a dietetics major from Millersville, Maryland. She is the Vice President of Sustainability for Centerville Hall, a facilitator for M-Lead Terrapin Leadership Institute, and a member of the Mighty Sound of Maryland. Additionally, Maria volunteers with Alternative Breaks and the Pregnancy Aid Center. Congratulations. Jacqueline Dupree. Jacqueline is a freshman computer science and information systems major from Rockville, Maryland. She is a Maryland Images campus tour guide and treasurer of the club table tennis team. This Gemstone Honors student is a Maryland Survivor contestant and a participant of the North Campus Soup Squad. Noah Ekman is a freshman chemical engineering major from Sykesville, Maryland. This SGA engineering representative is also a member of the SGA student groups and academic affairs committees. Noah is a principal cellist for the University of Maryland Repertoire Orchestra and University Facilities Council member on the Student Advisory Subcommittee. Rachel Hanrahan is a freshman economics and government and politics double major from Mahopac, New York. She is a host for the High Risers program and a safety officer for the women's club rugby team and is a part of the Civicus Living Learning program. Rachel is an RHA Senate member of the North Hill Area Council and is part of the Relate and ESCOM committees. Julian Heberlein double majors in multi-platform journalism and government and politics. This freshman is a journalism legislator for the SGA, an at-large board member of Maryland Discourse, the deputy editor-in-chief of the Maryland Political Review, and a member of the Justice and Legal Thought Scholars Program. Julianne is also a reporter for the Diamondback. Kristen Ju is a freshman government and politics and economics double major from Monmouth Junction, New Jersey. This Dean's List student is a Maryland Images campus tour guide and a member of Young Life and EthnoBeat. Kristen is a political activism and extremism psychology research assistant and co-founder of the I Give Living Learning program. Barrett Russ is a finance major with a 4.0 GPA, hailing from Reisterstown, Maryland. He is the co-founder of Clever Gifts, a tour guide for Maryland Images, and the secretary of the Rock Climbing Club. Barrett is also a communication liaison for Change the World Consulting. Nicholas Stewart is an art history major with a 3.95 GPA from Glendale, Maryland. He is the co-chair of the College Access Project, a College Success Scholars Executive, and an undergraduate assistant at the David C. Driscoll Center. Nick also tutors for the I Can Do That project. Duran Tadmore is an international business and finance major from Olney, Maryland. He is a representative on the SGA legislature, a Residence Hall Association senator, and a member of the university's student judiciary. Duran is also the vice president of Unsung Heroes. Christopher Weir is an architecture major from Whitehall, Maryland. He serves as a teaching assistant in the School of Architecture, a LEAF outreach intern with the Office of Sustainability, and an assistant and event photographer with university libraries. Chris is also a College Park Scholars Ambassador and student advisor. Please join me in congratulating this outstanding group of first-year scholar leaders. Okay, all of you, go that way. Or that way? Okay, just kidding, go that way. One more round of applause for all of these scholar leaders. Each year, members of Omicron Delta Kappa select a group of outstanding sophomore leaders to honor for their contributions of leadership, scholarship, and service. Applying the same principles of membership for ODK, a group of finalists is identified that represents the best of the sophomore class. They are listed in the program booklet. I would like to invite the winner of the 2017 ODK Sophomore Leader of the Year, Katie Bem, to come forward to receive your award as I share a bit about you to the audience. Katie is a sophomore journalism major from Forest Hill, Maryland. This Permanum Honor Society student is a College Park Scholars Ambassador and a communications manager. She is a member of Students Ending Slavery and a copy editor for the Diamondback. Katie is an intern at the Center for Global Sustainability. Please join me in saying congratulations to Katie Bem.
Okay, two things. First, did anybody see the person come forward to take a picture? Anyone? Julianne, it was when you went up, I saw that picture taker. That is what you're all supposed to do. Just because Ty is taking pictures doesn't mean Mom can't come forward with the really large 35 millimeter, or you can't like bust a move with your camera phone, right? So feel free, come on forward. Ty is official, but we can have semi-official photographers as well. The other thing, here's your quiz. Matt Supple, how many freshmen were honored? How many? Nicely done. Beautiful. Just wanted to make sure Matt was still with us. I want to invite you to do two quick assignments. One of them is, I want you to introduce yourself to everyone at your table, say hello, find out where each other's from so you can figure out if you have cousins in common. And then we're gonna come right back for our second set of presenters, but feel free to do that, and they're gonna miraculously remove your salad plate and put hot food in front of you in that time. So chat it up. See you in a minute.
Can't you see I'm no good without you? Take these lips, I long to lose them. Take these arms, I'll never use them. Oh, goodbye, left me with eyes that cry. And how can I go on, dear, without you? You took apart what once was my heart, so why not take all of me?
Woo-wee! Don't you wish you had Cheek to Cheek that would play you into dinner every night? It would make things really lovely if you had live music. There's a few folks that are still being served their main courses, but you feel free to enjoy every bite because it's quite delicious. Thank you to our dear friends in Good Tidings Catering, which is a part of our dining services organization, and all the good folks who work for them who made it all possible tonight, most particularly Philip, who's managing this event. We love them. You saw Ty earlier. All the photographs he's taking this evening will appear on the STAMP website in just a few days. So if you're worried that you won't be able to find them and include them in any letters you're sending out to all your relatives, just go to the STAMP website and it will be there. And you also need to recognize that we have two amazing student leaders, not yet seniors, but rising seniors, who are both members of ODK. Jacob Beach is over there. You're going to see him in a minute, but Alex Bukvalava. Wait a second, I'm doing this again. Bukvalava. Did I come close? I got it, sort of. It's kind of like nailing the landing, but not really nailing it. What I love about Alex is before she came to dinner tonight, you heard Monica was trying out for a show. Before Alex came to dinner tonight, she was working in the emergency room at Sibley Hospital as a scribe. We have amazing students doing extraordinary things. So take a minute to look at this next set of presenters. Dr. Warren Kelly will join us momentarily. He is Assistant Vice President for Student Affairs. He is the father of a Maryland student, which makes him a doubly good student advocate. So you'll hear from Warren in just a minute. And he will be followed by Ms. Stephanie Quirk. Stephanie is president of the Graduate Student Government. She is a tireless advocate for graduate students in particular, but all students, and she is by far my favorite Canadian. So won't you join me in first welcoming Warren and then Stephanie.
Thank you very much, Marcia. It's my pleasure. The first award that I'll be presenting is the William E. Kerwin Award. It was named after Britt Kerwin, who served as the president of the University of Maryland from 1988 until 1998. After serving as president of the Ohio State University, Britt returned to his home at the University of Maryland to serve as chancellor of the University System of Maryland through his retirement in 2015. This award is presented to a member of the junior class who has exhibited outstanding leadership and commitment to the university community. A panel of faculty, staff, and alumni judged the applicants for this award, and they concluded that the group was truly extraordinary. This award honors all of the junior class leaders who have been involved in student organizations and the community, and who have contributed to campus diversity, all the while maintaining their academic performance. The finalists are listed in your program booklet. I would like to tell you a little bit about our award winner as I ask her to join me on stage. Would Hope Goodman please join me on stage? Hope Goodman is a junior double major in criminology and criminal justice and psychology. She is a member of the College Park Scholars Justice and Legal Thought Program. Through her work as a lead intern for the Leadership Community Service Learning Office, her participation in 2 alternative break programs, and as an intern with the Office of Global Criminal Justice at the U.S. Department of State, Hope has become a change agent in the field of law and justice. Hope reflects on her leadership in Maryland by saying, "Upon much reflection about my time at UMD, I have come to realize that attempts to find my leadership style over time flowered into my story of impact. My passions and experiences evoke a commitment to providing a place of acceptance to those who feel lost and empowering individuals to share their story to create change in their own lives and their communities. The positive impact my leadership has created in our community cannot compare to the self-worth, motivation, and inspiration my interactions with those who I have influenced has instilled for me. Every relationship formed with peers, supervisors, and clients has colored a piece of my leadership mosaic. Without each of these unique pieces, I would not be the bold, dynamic, motivated, and empowered leader that I am today." Please join me in congratulating Hope in this award. The next award is a brand new award that we're offering for the first time this evening. The Sarah Winnemucca Award is named in honor of Paiute activist, educator, and author Sarah Winnemucca and her tireless dedication in advocating for the rights of Native American communities. The award is presented to a member of the University of Maryland undergraduate community who has demonstrated a significant and ongoing commitment to Native American Indian and Indigenous communities. Our winner is Autumn Thompson. Autumn, please join me on stage. Autumn is a junior American Studies major and global poverty minor from Edgewater, Maryland. She is in the Beyond the Classroom Living Learning program, serves on the Global Poverty Advisory Board, and is a member of the American Indian Student Union, Phi Alpha Delta, and Students Ending Slavery. Autumn also is an Oxfam America Fellow and founder and president of Oxfam UMD. Oxfam is a global movement of people working together to end the injustice of poverty. She was instrumental in the Change the Name petition to change Christopher Columbus Day to Indigenous Peoples Day here on campus, which was passed by our SGA this year. She also helped organize and plan several programs for Native American Heritage Month, in addition to coordinating a group solidarity demonstration in support of the No Dakota Access Pipeline movement. Won't you please join me in congratulating the 2017 Sarah Winnemucca Award, Autumn Thompson. I think I'll join you. Congratulations. Did your mother get you? Yes. Okay, thank you. The Martin Luther King Jr. Community Service Award is presented to a student who has exhibited extraordinary leadership in the broader community. This year's recipient is Troy Roundtree. Troy, will you join me on stage? Troy is a junior majoring in information science and monitoring and leadership studies. He exemplifies the spirit of the Martin Luther King Jr. Community Service Award through his work in developing programs for humanitarian work in Haiti, volunteering as a tutor, camp counselor, and a coach. Troy also works with the elderly at nursing homes and countless other activities. There were over 17 nominations from different individuals who had nominated Troy for this award. One nominator states, he's always willing to help others, whether through a neighborhood cleanup, community outreach, school program, or just helping a friend in need. He does all this while maintaining a 4.0 GPA. Won't you join me in applauding the contributions of our 2000 Martin Luther King Jr. Community Service Award, Troy Roundtree.
All right. Oh, I also have to flip this because I'm not quite on top of it as Warren is. All right, still flipping. I got this. Good thing they put these stickies in here, so we're ready to go. Fantastic. So I'm here to present the Outstanding Graduate Student Assembly Member Award. This award honors and recognizes an outstanding member of the Graduate Student Government Representative Assembly. The award is given to an assembly member who has gone above and beyond the call of their position in discharging their duties while representing the needs and interests of graduate students. The winner of the Outstanding Graduate Student Assembly Member Award this year is Guy Aldridge. Guy, won't you join me on stage? Guy received his master's at the University of Maryland and continues his work as a doctoral student in the history department, studying modern European history. Originally from North Carolina, his academic path has taken him to numerous states, countries, and institutions, including his most recent position as a researcher at the United States Holocaust Memorial Museum. Guy has been a dedicated representative of the graduate student government, supporting and taking legislative action to support the academic community. He is a leader among the rest of the Graduate Assembly, and we are so grateful to have him on board and hopefully in the future. Congratulations, Guy. Congratulations to Guy, our 2017 Outstanding Graduate Student Assembly Award. All right, and now the Lord O'Leary Award. One of the most prestigious of our senior awards, the Lord O'Leary Award, is presented to a senior class student who's contributed most significantly to the advancement of lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender student community, as well as the general interest of the university. Named for the author and activist Audre Lorde and the late University of Maryland professor of theater Ron O'Leary, this award recognizes some of the university's finest student leaders. This year's recipient is Cooper Kidd. Cooper, won't you join me on stage? Woo! Cooper is a sociology major from Olney, Maryland.
He is a facilitator for TransU, Terps for Recovery Secretary, and member of Triota and Lavender Leadership Honor Society. He has received awards from the Phi Theta Kappa Women and Gender Studies Department Award for Excellence in Research and the 20 Under 20 Youth Leadership Award. Outside of campus, Cooper works with the Library of Congress, the GLBT Historical Society and Museum, the National Park Service, and SMYAL. I don't know what that stands for, but it sounds awesome. He was also invited to speak at the Department of Education regarding bathroom and gender identity. Quoting from the recipient's application, I apologize, quoting from Cooper's excellent application. At the Library of Congress, I conducted research on the systematic hardships placed upon transgender women of color that hinder their ability to succeed. This research I then presented to the Kluge Fellows at the Library of Congress and students at the University of Maryland's Undergraduate Research Day. Wow, that's awesome. By presenting my research, I could advocate on behalf of transgender women of color and bring attention to the dilemmas that they face. I feel that because of these efforts, more people know about the dilemmas faced by transgender women of color. I would absolutely agree. Congratulations, Cooper.
All right. I promised Stephanie I would try my Canadian accent and say outstanding. You have to say that like out, like that. Do you get it? That's very Canadian. You know, what I love is when you get a chance to recognize that in the room are not just your community of care, whoever that is, but there's also a number of people here who are alumni of the University of Maryland. A lot of our major awards have alumni that serve on the selection committee. And in addition to that, a lot of folks who work here at the University of Maryland do so with more than one allegiance to the place. It's more than just a paycheck. It's a place where you got your degree as well. So just to prove my point, if you have one or more degree from the University of Maryland, will you please stand up so that we can see how many alumni we have in the room? Go on. Woo woo! Nicely done. Tom pulls it off. All right, if you aspire to have a degree in the next couple of weeks, will you raise your hand? Nicely done, people. Nicely done. The other thing that I would say is over the years, one of the things that happens is on a number of these awards, you will find this really great network of people who will say to you, I won that back in whenever, and you should take advantage of that network as well. The other place, when mom and dad are looking for the pictures or your name, in a good way, in the Diamondback, copy editors, the Diamondback will produce a large page of all of our award recipients on Thursday in the real print copy. So you'll want to make sure you grab a couple of copies of that to take home as well. Our next two presenters, Carlo Colella is the Vice President for Administration and Finance. And I have to tell you, this is one really busy man. If you've driven down Campus Drive recently, you've seen the evolution of Edward St. John, and that's just one building that will come online in the not so distant future. And that's just one piece of this man's work. He'll be followed by Dr. Andrea Goodwin. Andrea is the Director of the Office of Student Conduct. What I love about Andrea is that she's helped so many students that have found their way through mistakes and missteps, and she's mentored them to learn from that. She also is the person who works really diligently with a number of student leaders who help this to be a really just and ethical community. So, Carlo, followed by Andrea.
Thank you, Marcia. Good evening, everyone. The first award is the Order of Omega Greek Leader of the Year. Each spring semester, the members of the Greek community recognize one of their own as the Order of Omega Greek Leader of the Year. This year's winner is Brittany Sagastizado. Brittany, I invite you to join me on stage as I share some of your credentials. Brittany is a senior from Prince George's County, Maryland, with a major in communications and a minor in technology entrepreneurship. As a member of Lambda Theta Alpha Latin Sorority, Inc., she has exemplified leadership and activism at both the chapter and council levels. In addition to holding leadership positions within the chapter, Brittany also served as vice president and then president of the Multicultural Greek Council. Congratulations to the winner of the 2017 Order of Omega Greek Leader of the Year, Brittany Sagastizado. The next award is the Vera Cruz Kochiyama Award, and it's named after the labor activist Philip Vera Cruz and civil rights activist Yuri Kochiyama. This prestigious award is presented to a member of the senior class who has contributed most significantly to the advancement of the Asian Pacific American community at the University of Maryland and the general interest of the university. An extraordinary group of student leaders was considered by a faculty, staff, and alumni committee, and I'm pleased to present the 2017 Vera Cruz Kochiyama Award to Du Young Din. Please join me on stage as I share a bit about you. Du Young is from Rockville, Maryland, and double majoring in biochemistry and biological sciences. He is a member of Phi Kappa Phi Honor Society and has been a research intern at the National Institute of Health and the Institute of Bioscience and Biotechnology. Du Young is proud to help empower others and to improve the health of his community, both locally and abroad. He combined his passions for culture and pre-medicine by co-founding the UMCP chapter of the Vietnam Medical Assistance Program. Citing from his essay, quote, "Starting up a new organization proved to be difficult, but we learned from our mistakes and determined that the central goal of the chapter is to focus on reducing healthcare disparity in local communities through community service and leadership development. We were able to serve food to the homeless and hold health fairs to enhance the Vietnamese community knowledge on health issues. As a Vietnamese American, I am proud to help improve health in my people, locally and abroad. By providing various service opportunities, I hope to empower members to lead and take charge of changing their respective communities." Congratulations to our winner. In 1983, the union at the University of Maryland was named for Adele H. Stamp, the Dean of Women at the University of Maryland from 1922 until 1966. In recognition of her many contributions to the university community, the Stamp annually presents an award to an undergraduate or graduate student who has worked to further similar causes. The individual receiving this award also receives a cash prize. It's always nice. Through an application and interview process, a recipient was chosen. I would like to invite the recipient of the 2017 Adele H. Stamp Memorial Award, Kathy Zhang, to join me on stage as I share a bit about you to the audience. Kathy is a senior with a double major in accounting and information systems and a minor in public leadership from Burtonsville, Maryland. She's a student accounts associate for the Student Organization Resource Center in the Stamp and founder, president of Connect with Community, which supports local nonprofits. Kathy was vice president of finance for the Asian American Student Union, Asian American Community Advocacy intern with MICA, and secretary for the SGA Finance Committee. Congratulations, Kathy, winner of the 2017 Adele H. Stamp Student Memorial Award. The La Raza Unido Award translates as the People United. This prestigious award is presented to a member of the senior class who has contributed most significantly to the advancement of the Latino and Latina student community at the University of Maryland and to the advancement of the broader Latino community beyond the campus. Individuals considered for this award also advance the general interest of the university. This year's recipient of the 2017 La Raza Unido Award is Erica Fuentes. Erica, won't you please join me on stage? Erica Fuentes is a senior majoring in government and politics from Silver Spring, Maryland. She co-founded the advocacy organization Protect UMD and is a member of ODK, Leadership Honor Society. Erica currently serves as president and treasurer of Political Latinx United for Movement and Action in Society, otherwise known as Plumas, vice president of Hermandad de Sigma Iota Alpha Incorporada, and deputy director of diversity inclusion for the Student Government Association. Quoting from the award recipient's application, "As a Latina Terp, leadership has never been a choice for me, but a duty. I have seen my family separated when my brother was deported as a result of unjust immigration policies. I've watched my undocumented peers cry as they face the uncertainty of their futures. I have struggled working 30 hours a week while being a student, a leader, and seeking professional opportunities, including internships. Being a leader for my community has not been easy, but as a student at the University of Maryland, in a position of privilege, how could I not be a leader for those that need me to be?" Congratulations, Erica.
The first award I'm going to present is the Christopher Carey Customer Service Award. The Christopher Carey Customer Service Award recognizes a student employee who has demonstrated excellent or exceptional customer service to others in the campus community. Chris was a student employee of Dining Services and worked at Mulligan's, the golf course restaurant. Each day that he came to work, Chris captured the essence of what we value in Dining Services Department. This award, named in Chris's memory, is a way of encouraging all employed in the University of Maryland Dining Services to strive for the same goals, to do so with pride and always with a great smile. Chris's parents, Mike and Linda Carey, are here this evening. Won't you please stand and let us recognize you, Mr. and Mrs. Carey. Thank you. As I introduce the recipient of this award, Enrique Chinchilla, I ask him to join me on stage. Enrique is a supply chain management student maintaining a 3.8 GPA while providing exceptional customer service as a student supervisor for Dining Services. He has done exemplary work as a server and bartender and has always treated our guests with respect and dignity. Enrique always comes to work on time, provides leadership during events, and does so with a smile. His work ethic and ability to take directions makes him one of our best employees. Join me in applauding the winner of the 2017 Chris Carey Customer Service Award, Enrique Chinchilla. My next award is the Resident Assistant of the Year Award. Over 90% of our first-year students and thousands of upper-class students live in University of Maryland residence halls, apartments, and public-private partnerships. Unlike any other connection, students often find that their initial sense of community at the University of Maryland is with the residents of their floor or members of their hall council. Talented resident assistants who serve as role models, programmers, peer counselors, resource people, and engaged leaders nurture this sense of community. I would like to introduce you to the 2017 Resident Assistant of the Year, Daniel Page. As I introduce you, Daniel, won't you please join me on stage? Daniel is a senior civil engineering major from Roxbury, New Jersey. During his 3 years as a resident assistant, he co-advised the Leonardtown Area Council and is noted for his selfless leadership and exceptional community development. He also earned a University Honor Citation and is a Maryland Images Tour Guide and Clark School of Engineering Ambassador. Congratulations to the 2017 Resident Assistant of the Year, Daniel Page. The Camille K. Rajpat Memorial Award for the Outstanding Member of the Student Judiciary is given to the person in the University Student Judiciary who, through his or her service, most exemplifies the ideals of truth, honesty, integrity, empathy, and compassion. The award is named in memory of Camille Rajpat, who served on the University Student Judiciary as a member and as a presiding officer of the Honor Council from 1997 to 1998. Camille died suddenly in October 1998 from complications due to cancer treatment. This is the 9th year that this award is given with its name, thanks to a generous gift from Camille's family. As I introduce our recipient, Erica Baum, I ask Erica to join me on stage. Erica is a senior government politics and linguistics major from North Potomac, Maryland. She is the co-chair of the University Student Judiciary's Executive Board, as well as a presiding officer of the University Student Judiciary. Erica is a resident assistant in the Language House and a member of the Government and Politics Honors Program, Phi Alpha Delta Pre-Law Society, and the Alpha Phi Omega Service Fraternity. She has served as Chief Justice for the Student Government Association Governance Board and has interned with legal offices and the National Journalism Center. Please join me in applauding the winner of this year's Camille K. Rajpat Memorial Award, Erica Baum. He's got me. Congratulations. Erica is one of my students, so I'm particularly pleased to be able to present that to Erica. And finally, Student Athlete of the Year Awards. The Department of Intercollegiate Athletics Student Athlete of the Year Awards are presented to an outstanding male and female intercollegiate athlete. This award holds up extraordinary leaders who embody the characteristics of the best definition of a student athlete, or those individuals who can combine academic excellence, leadership on the field of competition and on campus, as well as athletic excellence. As I introduce you to our two recipients, I ask them to join me on stage. Isaiah Davis Allen. Isaiah is a preseason first-team All-American and All-Big Ten midfielder on the varsity men's lacrosse team. He's a senior majoring in geographical sciences, a former USILA and Lacrosse Magazine All-American and All-Big Ten Conference recipient. Davis Allen is a leader and team captain. In addition to his athletic prowess, he has also been a multiple recipient of the Scholar Athlete Honor Roll and one of 2 student representatives of the prestigious Athletics Council. He is originally from Springfield, Virginia. And I don't think that he is with us today because I think he is probably participating in the Big Ten tournament, which I believe we probably won yesterday, but he's probably traveling. And Zoe Stuckenberg from Ellicott City, Maryland, is a captain and IWLCA second team All-American and first team All-Region Tewaaraton National Player of the Year nominee and All Big Ten midfielder on the varsity women's lacrosse team. She is a senior majoring in biological sciences with plans to enter medical school. Zoe is a recipient of the COSIDA Academic All-American Award, All Big Ten Academic Award. She was recognized as a recipient of the Scholar Athlete Honor Roll Award and made the Dean's List multiple times. Zoe is an NCAA Elite 89 and Elite 90 winner. So unfortunately, both of the men and women's lacrosse teams are competing this weekend, so I'll accept the awards on their behalf. Thank you.
I just got a letter from Isaiah and Zoe's moms indicating their excuse for being absent today. If you don't know, the men's team was participating in the Big Ten Championship, and they came up against the Ohio State University, not to be confused with any other Ohio State University, just the Ohio State University, and they beat them, which was so good, because there was another occasion earlier in the season where that didn't happen. So we're thrilled to say that the men's team won the Big Ten Championship. Well, that is not enough, because Zoe's mom wrote me a note why she couldn't be here. And she has a really good excuse because the women's team played today against Northwestern, and they beat them. And so they won the Big Ten Championship as well, and Zoe's probably still sweaty. Isaiah had a chance to shower. He should be here, but he's not. But Zoe is probably still sweaty. So both moms wanted him excused. I said, of course. I'm going to introduce one presenter to you, and then we're going to take a quick break so that you can have a little dessert as they pull away your plates ever so gently. I want to introduce our next presenter to you, and that is Catherine Swanson. You met one of the presidents earlier in Stephanie, who is the president of the Graduate Student Government. Catherine Swanson is president of the Student Government Association, the organization for the undergraduate student body. She hails from the great state of Texas. What I love about her is I got to meet her as a freshman, and it was one of those wonderful occasions where you know from the get-go this is going to be a somebody. And it's been so thrilling to watch her rise, not only on campus, but in the work she does in the world. Google, the White House, you name it, she does it. But what I really appreciate is the meaning of life conversations we've been able to have for the last 4 years. Our next presenter, Madam President, Catherine Swanson.
Hello, just give me one quick second to make sure I'm on the right page. All right, yes, I'm ready. Okay, great. So, the Mary McLeod Bethune Award is presented to a senior class member who has contributed most significantly to the advancement of the African American student community and the general interest of the University of Maryland. One of the most valued senior prizes, this award recognizes leadership in all areas of the campus community. The selection committee of faculty and staff members suggested that this was an exceptionally talented group of senior leaders. The recipient of the 2017 Mary McLeod Bethune Award is Feluke Tawakli. Sorry. Will you join me on stage as I read your bio? Yeah. Feluke is a post-baccalaureate student from Bowie, Maryland. She majored in marketing, served as vice president for the Black Business Association, an honors ambassador, and a Maryland Images tour guide. She was the first place winner for the Do Good Challenge and volunteered for Terpthon and the Women's Chamber of Commerce. Quoting from her application, "While much of my leadership can be listed on a resume, captioned in photos, and recited in interviews, the most meaningful contributions to campus cannot be seen or listed in bulleted nor paragraph format. It is the quiet conversations I had with residents navigating their sexuality in a Black Christian home. It is helping a student understand their only barrier is their disbelief of their own worth. It is standing in front of a fitness studio and using my authentic energy to encourage others to take control of their wellness and be themselves. It is connecting students to resources and mentors who can better facilitate their goals. It is encouraging a student to apply to the university by touring them around or sharing on a panel. Congratulations to Feluke, recipient of the 2017 Mary McLeod Bethune Award. The James H. Kehoe Award and Ethel Kessler Award honor the former men's intramural sports director, Jim Kehoe, and the former women's intramural sports director, Ethel Kessler. Both of these individuals served for a combined 45 years. This award is presented by the University Recreation and Wellness to an undergraduate or graduate student who has provided the highest degree of leadership and service to the recreational needs of the university community. I would like to introduce you to the recipient this evening and invite him to join me on stage. Joseph Avi Kozlowski is a senior finance and accounting major from Silver Spring, Maryland. In addition to his involvement in intramural sports, Avi has taken on leadership roles in Hillel and Dedicated Undergraduate Nurturing Kids, or DUNK. He has served in the leadership role for the National Hillel Basketball Tournament since fall 2013 and served as the chair of this year's 3-day tournament. This is the largest Jewish basketball tournament in America, a clear testament to Avi's role in inspiring others to be active and live well. Won't you join me in congratulating this year's James H. Kehoe and Ethel Kessler Award winner, Joseph Avi Kozlowski.
Let's give it up for Cheek to Cheek. Woo woo! I wanted to ask you to join me in thanking folks who served on or chaired award selection committees. As you saw, there were a number of awards already given, some to be given, and all of that requires people not only applying, but lots of folks reading all of those applications and making those determinations. If you served on an award selection committee this evening, would you please stand so that we may thank you? Will you please stand? The other thing I wanted to do is to really thank all of those faculty and staff members who joined us this evening for a bit of their Sunday evening and also for the celebration of our students. And so may I ask my colleagues who are staff members and faculty members on campus, will you please stand so we can thank you for being part of our family? Thanks so much. The stamp features one of those amazing walls that has a number of these awards listed. And by graduation, we promise you miraculously, some of the recipients from this evening will be listed on that wall. So if you're coming for the big ceremonies in a couple of weeks, please join us here as well. Our next two presenters are really some of my favorite people on campus. Sharon Kirkland Gordon is the director of the university's counseling center. What I love about Sharon is that she is a terrific woman leader, but more importantly, she's a healer. The counseling center is one of those really terrific places on campus that helps us all to share our stories and do so in a way that really creates sort of this power you didn't even know you had. She will be followed by Jeff Franke. Jeff Franke has been the interim dean of the graduate school this year, has served in the graduate school prior to that in a different role. But I have to tell you, I can't think of a better partner than Jeff when it comes to wanting to really make this a great place for our graduate students. So we've been so grateful this year to share that ride with Jeff Franke. So Sharon, followed by Jeff.
Good evening, everybody. The Namburu Cultural Center serves as a community and cultural center for all members of the campus community. Each year, the center presents 2 awards. The John B. Slaughter Outstanding Senior Award is presented in honor of John Slaughter, who served as chancellor of the university from 1982 to 1988. This award is presented to an African-American senior who is a role model, student activist, and who has made a concerted effort to contribute to the intellectual and co-curricular development of African-American students. Lauren Funberger, would you please join me? A senior journalism major from Baltimore, Maryland, Lauren is the president of the UMCP NAACP chapter. She interns at WTTG Fox 5 DC, is involved in America Reads and American Counts Blue Drop Initiative, and is the co-editor-in-chief of a PulseFeed blog. She is also the recipient of the 2016 Spirit of Maryland Award and the Maryland-Delaware DC Press Association Scholarship. Lauren has served as a tour guide, orientation advisor, and a community assistant, and is the historian for the Maryland Association of Black Journalists. Won't you please join me in celebrating the accomplishments of the winner of the John B. Slaughter Outstanding Senior Award, Lauren Funberger. The second award, presented by the Namburu Cultural Center, is the J. Otis Williams Memorial Award. This award honors the late Otis Williams, who served as the director of the Namburu Cultural Center. This award recognizes students who have demonstrated outstanding leadership and dedication to cultural awareness, identity development, and who have been an advocate for student interests. This year's recipient is Akil Payant. Please join me on stage. Akil is a senior criminology major with a minor in pre-law from Durham, North Carolina. Akil is an active member in the Black Student Union, former president of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, the current president of the National Panhellenic Council. He says of his involvement in student organizations, "I tried my best to use my platform to help the greater community." Please join me in congratulating the winner of the J. Otis Williams Cultural Leadership Award, Mr. Akil Payant. The Loving Award is another brand-new award added to our program this evening. It is named in honor of Mildred and Richard Loving for their bravery and perseverance in invalidating miscegenation laws via the landmark Supreme Court decision in Loving versus Virginia. This award is presented to a member of the university undergraduate community who has demonstrated a significant and ongoing commitment to multiracial and cross-cultural causes and communities. I would like to tell you a little about our award winner as I ask her to join me on stage. Angela Towson is a senior criminology and criminal justice major. She was vice president of the culture and programming for the Latino Student Union and currently serves as team liaison and team director and choreographer for the Maryland Latin Dance Club, which she co-founded. She worked in the Multicultural Involvement and Community Advocacy Office in the Adele H. Stamp Student Union Center for Campus Life. Angela was crowned Miss Unity 2014. Congratulations, Angela Towson. The Student Government Association presents the William L. Thomas Award annually. For 27 years, the late Bud Thomas served as Vice President for Student Affairs. Bud was at so many of these awards banquets, so we remember his rich life and legacy by seeking to advance the causes that were important to Bud, including leadership and student governance. This award recognizes individuals who have directly contributed to the Student Government Association and its constituents. Let me tell you about this year's recipient of the 2017 William L. Thomas Award winner, Katherine Swanson, as I ask her to join me on stage. Katherine Swanson is a senior government and politics major from Fort Worth, Texas. She began in the Student Government Association as a legislator representing the College of Behavioral and Social Sciences. She then continued as Director of Student Groups and Vice President of Student Affairs before being elected SGA President her senior year. This Rawlings Fellow was Vice President and Political Director of the UMD College Democrats and Finance Chair Treasurer for Community Roots. Congratulations, Katherine.
Good evening. It is my honor and great privilege to be able to award tonight the University of Maryland Graduate Student Distinguished Service Award. Several months ago, student organizations, deans, directors, department heads, and faculty members were invited to nominate outstanding graduate students for the Distinguished Service Award. The response was overwhelming. campus citizens were anxious to laud the accomplishments of countless graduate students in the areas of scholarship, leadership, involvement, and service. This evening, I would like to introduce to you some of the best, our finalists for the University of Maryland Graduate Student Distinguished Award. I invite each of the finalists to come to the stage so we may recognize you. Chelsea Barrios is a clinical psychology doctoral student from Madison, Connecticut. Chelsea has received a National Science Foundation Fellowship, UMD Dean's Fellowship, UMD Diversity Fellowship, and an APS Student Caucus Award. She is an active participant on the Diversity Training Committee, Faculty Search Committee, and undergraduate mentoring program. Chelsea researches child psychopathology and clinically serves the Greater University of Maryland community. Unfortunately, Chelsea is unable to be with us this evening. Christopher Hefner is a fifth-year doctoral candidate in the Neuroscience and Cognitive Science program. His research focuses on sound perception of adult speech. He has participated in science outreach to local school groups, career fairs, and at Maryland Day. Chris was also a delegate to the Universitas 21 Graduate Student Conference in Auckland, New Zealand. He graduated with honors from Michigan State University. Congratulations. Deborah Hemingway is a biophysics PhD candidate and a research assistant in the Physics Education Research Group. Originally from Ruston, Louisiana, Deborah received a dual science and business bachelor degree from Ohio University before beginning her graduate studies. Additionally, she has been extensively involved with the graduate student government, as past president, College Park Foundation ambassadors, Women in Physics, and volunteers at numerous community outreach events. Gina Kwan, a physics graduate student from San Jose, California. She is co-founder of the Access Network, an elected leader of the Physics Education Research Community, and a former member of the UMD Physics Graduate Committee. She researches the design of inclusive learning spaces and how they broaden participation in physics. Elizabeth Sauber. Born in Silver Spring, she is a fourth-year counseling psychology doctoral student. Elizabeth teaches the psychology of women and serves on her department's diversity and colloquium committees. She volunteers with a local shelter, is a therapist at the District of Columbia Veterans Hospital, and conducts research on domestic violence survivors. Cecilia Wickman, a PhD contemporary art and theory student in the Department of Art History and Archaeology. She leads the Adele H. Stamp Union Gallery and a contemporary art purchasing program. Cecilia has been awarded a 2017-2018 UMD Museum Fellowship at the Baltimore Museum of Art. Please join me in celebrating the accomplishments of these outstanding graduate student leaders. So to show my age, I was with Arthur Young when they were also doing the Academy Awards, so I get to repeat this. I actually get to open the envelope to announce the winner. The recipient was nominated with the following words. In my 9 years of teaching, the recipient stands out as the one graduate student who has demonstrated the strongest commitment to service. She is passionate about social justice and making a positive impact in the communities of which she is a part. Though her multi-year volunteer history at the Family Crisis Center, a shelter in Prince George's County for women and children escaping domestic violence, she leads weekly group programs for children, abuser intervention programs for men, and supervises undergraduate volunteers. She and a team also raised over $11,000 through the university's Do Good Challenge to renovate a play space for children at the shelter. They won second place in the Do Good Challenge in 2015 and created a beautiful and safe play area for the children who reside at the Family Crisis Center. So please join me in congratulating the 2017 winner of the University of Maryland Graduate Student Distinguished Service Award, Elizabeth Sauber. And for our finalists, I give you each, will each receive a star.
I almost had to sing my own way up. They missed me there. You know, my dad would have been really proud. My dad's a musician, as is my mom, and so whenever you get a chance to bust a move and sing out, they really like it. We come to our last portion of this evening. Thank you all for joining us this evening, most particularly those of you who will celebrate Mother's Day next Sunday. And I've got an idea. If you're sitting at this table and you're looking at those flowers thinking, wow, that's like something I would give my mother for Mother's Day, this could be your magical moment. Because I asked the folks in dining services, would you miss those vases or flowers if they suddenly disappeared? And they said no. So in all honesty, if you're the coolest at your table and your mother would really appreciate these, you are invited to not only take the flowers, but take the vase and give it to her. So that's just a hint. People are now grabbing for it, fighting over it. I hope you enjoyed the Smith Island cake, the state dessert of the great state of Maryland. Not everybody has a dessert. We do. Pretty darn delicious, I think. I also want to thank Donna Lim, who coordinates the University Awards Banquet, and she does so with such absolute detail. So I so appreciate the work that Donna does, along with a committee of folks who are here this evening, who attend to every publication and every detail. So thank you so much, Donna. And I am particularly grateful to be a part of the STAMP family, and tonight we are grateful for our folks in IT and other areas, as well as those who will come after us and take down the furniture and clean up this room, who made this evening possible. So thank you to all of the STAMP staff and our dear friends from across the street in Cheek to Cheek. Our final two presenters are Dr. Linda Clement. Linda Clement is the Vice President for Student Affairs, and I started my weekend with Linda at Art Attack, and there's something cool about that. And then I think Linda is, for all of us, this extraordinary model of a terrific advocate for students, who's not only there for everything, but also is there for the stories. She will be joined this evening by Dr. John Zacher, who is Assistant Vice President for Student Affairs, and together they will present the last awards of the evening. Thank you.
We have come to the last awards for the evening, as Marcia said, but before we go ahead with those, I'd just like to say a special thank you to Marcia. She's our host, she's our MC, she's our gracious role model, and we are eternally grateful. Everybody? Okay, here we go. Each year, the finalists for the Wilson H. Elkins Award and the H.C. Bird Award and the Sally Sterling Bird Award combine to form the Maryland Medallion Society. This prestigious group showcases the talents of 20 of the brightest and most capable of the university's undergraduate student leaders. Together, these individuals boast an exceptional cumulative grade point average. Leaders in the classroom and in countless student organizations, these 20 individuals have enlivened our university. Their leadership legacy seems to know no bounds. As I introduce each finalist, I invite you to join me on the stage. Dr. John Zacher will present each Maryland Medallion member with his or her medallion. So we start. Shabnam Ahmed. She is a senior global public health and development major from Bowie, Maryland. She is a trip leader for the Adventure Program and was an exceptional leader and participant in several alternative break trips. Shabnam was Vice President of Academic Affairs for the Student Government Association and is currently a leadership facilitator for Maryland LEAD. Congratulations. Suhaila Ahmad. She is a senior finance and government and politics double major from Ellicott City, Maryland. She is the president of Ashoka UTERP Changemakers, a social innovation entrepreneur club. Suhaila is also a Smith School Fellows Ambassador, training co-chair for the University Student Judiciary, and a member of Omicron Delta Kappa. Congratulations. Adam Berger. Adam is a senior bioengineering major from Olney, Maryland. He is an active member of the University Senate, president of the Biomedical Engineering Society, and co-founder of The Catalyst. Adam is also a Clark School ambassador, Omicron Delta Kappa member, and a researcher in the Amplified Molecular Sensors Lab. Congratulations. Samantha Bigeman. Sam is someone we met earlier, a senior environmental science and policy major with a concentration in marine and coastal management from Mount Airy, Maryland. She is the president of Omicron Delta Kappa and received this year's Colonel J. Logan Schutz ODK Leader of the Year Award. Samantha serves on the University Sustainability Council and is the philanthropy author of the Residence Hall Association. Congratulations, Sam. Kevin Block. Kevin is a senior from Manhasset, New York, majoring in computer science and minoring in global terrorism studies, cybersecurity, and astronomy. Kevin is also a member of Omicron Delta Kappa, an honors ambassador, and dedicates his time to raising money for Children's National Health System as a member of TERPthon. Congratulations, Kevin. Connor Briggy. Connor is a senior mechanical engineering and economics double major from Croton-on-Hudson, New York. Connor's extracurricular activities include membership in Engineers Without Borders, TERPS Racing, and Omicron Delta Kappa. Connor is president of Club Lacrosse and has volunteered as an emergency medical technician in his hometown. Congratulations, Connor. Justin Edelman. Justin is a senior finance and government and politics double major from Robbinsville, New Jersey. He is part of the Civicus Learning and Living Program, Student Government Association, and the Innovo Scholars Consulting Program. Currently, Justin is the Vice President of Development for the University of Maryland chapter of Consulture Community. Congratulations, Justin. Erica Fuentes. Erica is another familiar face. She is a senior majoring in government and politics from Silver Spring, Maryland. Erica received this year La Raza Unite Award. This Rawlings Fellow serves as president and treasurer of Political Latinx United for Movement and Action in Society. She has interned with Catholic Charities, CASA, CareCern, and Delegate Maurice Morales. Congratulations, Erica. Ryan Kieft. Ryan is a senior music education major from Frederick, Maryland, specializing in instrumental music education. Ryan is a Maryland Images campus tour guide, member of Omicron Delta Kappa Honor Society, and is incredibly passionate about gardening. Ryan wants to become a public school band teacher with an interest in promoting inclusive and diverse classrooms. Congratulations, Ryan. Christopher Ma. Christopher is a senior biochemistry major from Ellicott City, Maryland. He is pursuing a career in both medicine and education and currently works as a research assistant in the Biochemistry Research Lab. Christopher is a member of Phi Kappa Phi and Omicron Delta Kappa. He also tutors students in biology, chemistry, and math at Northwestern High School. Congratulations, Christopher. Danielle Old. Danielle is a senior journalism major and public leadership minor from Center Valley, Pennsylvania. She is editor-in-chief of the Diamondback and public relations coordinator for Omicron Delta Kappa. Danielle is also a member of Phi Kappa Phi, Brianna Honor Society, and the Catholic Student Center. Congratulations. Brian Pfeffer. Brian is a senior finance and accounting double major from Freehold, New Jersey. He is a member of Omicron Delta Kappa and president of Zeta Beta Tau fraternity. Brian was president of both the Interfraternity Council and the Maryland chapter of College and Mentor for Kids, working with Cooper Lane Elementary School. Congratulations, Brian. Nicholas Rozo. Nicholas is a senior government and politics and economics double major from Middletown, New Jersey. He is co-host at WMUC radio station and a resident assistant in Somerset Hall. Nicholas currently serves on the University Student Judiciary as co-chair and is a researcher in the Gemstone Honors Program. Congratulations, Nicholas. Aaron Solomon. Aaron is a senior cell biology and molecular genetics major from Greenbelt, Maryland. He serves as a peer mentor and studies under the Integrated Life Sciences Honors Program. Aaron currently serves as the coordinator for Honors Ambassadors under the University Honors College and is lead programmer at the National Consortium for the Study of Terrorism. Congratulations, Aaron. Catherine Swanson. Catherine is someone we met earlier this evening. She is a senior government and politics major from Fort Worth, Texas. This SGA president has interned for Google, the White House, and with State Senator Wendy Davis. She is a member of Alpha Omicron Pi, in addition to being an alumna of the Civicus Living and Learning Program. Congratulations, Catherine. Demis Suardi. Demis is a senior studio art and graphic design major from Annapolis, Maryland. He currently serves as a program registrar for the Orientation Office, a community assistant for Resident Life, and a tour guide for Maryland Images. He is also the director of marketing for the American Institute of Graphic Arts, University of Maryland chapter. Congratulations, Demis. Tessa Track. Tessa is a senior broadcast journalism major with a general business minor from Kendall Park, New Jersey. She is an executive board officer for Omicron Delta Kappa and a resident assistant for the Department of Resident Life. Tessa is currently an Alternative Breaks Experience leader and a Civicus alumna. Congratulations, Tessa. Muriel Verdunk. Muriel is a senior finance and Arabic studies major from Tacoma Park, Maryland. She is both an Honors and Smith Fellows Ambassador. Muriel is also a member of Omicron Delta Kappa, Quality Enhancement Systems and Teams, Dean Student Advisory Council, and Honors College Student Advisory Board, and a Philip Merrill Scholar. Congratulations, Muriel. Rachel Zemmel. Rachel is a senior physiology and neurobiology major with a 3.996 GPA. From Brookville, Maryland, this University Honor Citation recipient is a member of 6 honor societies, volunteers at Prince George's Hospital Center, and is a chemistry tutor and a Student Government Association Justice. Congratulations, Rachel. Kathy Zhang. Kathy is another familiar face. She is a senior with a double major in accounting and information systems and a minor in public leadership from Burtonsville, Maryland. She's in the Business Honors Program, the Student Leader for Information Technology Business Transformation Fellowship, and an IRS Certified Volunteer Income Tax Preparer. Congratulations, Kathy. Won't you join me in honoring these outstanding senior leaders with your applause? This is the moment when we realize we're going to be losing them all soon, and that's just awful to think about. But anyway, congratulations, one and all. Now for the Wilson H. Elkins Award. All of the members of the Maryland Medallion Society are eligible for the Wilson H. Elkins Citizenship Award. This honor is presented annually to a senior who displays outstanding involvement and leadership in campus activities and who has contributed significantly to the general advancement of student affairs. The award is named for Maryland University President Wilson Elkins, who served from 1954 to 1978. Having already introduced you to each of the finalists for this award, I introduce our award winner by reading from this individual's essay. In the past 4 years, I recognized my growth as a leader, now being able to see more clearly that the leadership roles I hold are not about me, but about students yet to come. My role on the ODK Executive Board has challenged me to build bright futures for the next generation of Terrapins. Maryland has helped me to see the greatness in other students on a campus brimming with school pride, and we want to encourage that for decades to come. We pride ourselves on selecting the best of the best, gratifying outstanding leaders with a coveted spot on the fountain. My path from an ODK Top 10 freshman awardee to an executive board member is my personal scale of success. As a freshman, my sole goal was to have my name engraved on the ODK fountain. But 4 years later, I'd like to think that I have left my mark in more places than one. We are most grateful that you have shared your leadership and passion for advocacy and people with this university community. Won't you join me in congratulating the recipient of the 2017 Wilson H. Elkins Award, Tessa Track.
A lot heavier than I expected. I actually didn't think of anything, even though they kept sending emails saying to think of something, because I was like, it's not going to be me. But I'm going to keep it short because I'm going to get emotional. So thank you to my parents for Jesus. But thank you to everyone that's been a support system to me, especially my parents and all the organizations I've been part of. And I'm so proud to know so many of the people up here and the friendships that I've made along the way. Thank you.
Now for the H.C. Byrd Award. The Citizenship Prize for Men is presented as a memorial to the late President Emeritus H.C. Byrd. It is presented to the member of the senior class who nearly typified the model citizen. Those members of the Maryland Medallion Society who identify as male are finalists for this high honor. I read to you from our recipient's essay. My time at the University of Maryland has been defined by unwavering devotion to bettering the undergraduate experience. I have worked tirelessly to be a leader on campus at the university, college, and departmental levels. Due to my positions across campus, advocacy has played a huge role in my time here at Maryland. I am humbled to be a voice on behalf of so many students. As the chair of the Senate Student Affairs Committee, my most valuable experience has been in using my knowledge of the university administration to advise fellow students about avenues they can take to incite change on campus. Whether I agree or disagree with their proposal, I truly believe that having a voice in the administration is important, and I have helped identify routes to facilitate it. You have left your mark on this campus through your leadership and your commitment to countless people and groups that count you as a friend and role model. Won't you join me in honoring the winner of the H.C. Byrd Award for 2017, Adam Berger? Congratulations.
Wow, similar to Tessa, I did not prepare anything either because, wow, I mean, I'm standing in front of a bunch of other great leaders, and, you know, I really think that they've actually been the ones who have taught me so much as well, and so I'm so proud of all of them as well. So much so, in fact, that I actually nominated some of them for this award because I believe that they deserved it that much, and I'm just really honored, and I thank everyone so much.
The The Citizenship Prize for Women is presented as a memorial to Sally Sterling Bird. Presented to the model citizen of this university, the candidates are those members of the Maryland Medallion Society who identify as female. Reading from our recipient's application, I quote, "It is every person's obligation to put back into the world at least the equivalent of what they take out of it." These words by Albert Einstein invoke a sense of fundamental connection and provide a glimpse into internal motivation. My mom posted this quote on our fridge years ago. It seemed like a minor thing when it happened, but I'm sorry here. We pride ourselves on selecting the best of our best outstanding leaders. I'm sorry, I've lost my way here. Here it is. My mom posted this quote on our fridge years ago. It seemed like a minor thing when it happened, but it has bore an impressive amount of weight in shaping who I am as a leader. I am potently aware of the time, resources, and attention that the Maryland community has given me. As such, I feel I need to put back into the world at least the equivalent of what I have received. This can be seen through my work in sustainability, advocacy, philanthropy, and campus service. Our 2017 Sally Sterling Award is Samantha Bigeman. Hang on to this word.
Oh my goodness. I'm really happy I didn't get anything on my dress because I had ravioli for dinner and I would have had like sauce all over me. This is a big step in my life. My parents would be proud of me for not getting anything on my dress. I did write something down, so I'm going to read it. I'd first like to thank a wide group of people who have taught me what it means to stand on the shoulders of giants. My family, especially my parents and my grandparents and my sister who are here today. My mentors, including Dr. Brooke Supple and the rest of the ODK and Student Affairs team. And many of my friends who are up here with me this evening. Your support, your guidance, and the examples that you set every day continually make me strive to be as good as you. I'd also like to thank the selection committee for this award. Thank you for the time and diligence with which you reviewed our applications. I'm honored to be recognized for the work I've done. It's been hard, exhausting, and very rewarding. Thank you. But I'd also like to recognize that though I've worked hard, there are others that have worked harder than me, that spend more time exhausting themselves, that may never be honored as they deserve, because they do not have the access to the education that I do, because they do not have the background, the upbringing, the resources, or the same beliefs that I do. I feel indebted to these people to honor them tonight and urge us all to remind ourselves that we still have a long way to go towards establishing an equal playing field. We who are lucky to be here this evening must all humble ourselves and dig in to continually build an atmosphere of cultural acceptance, justice, and equality. Let us all remember that it is our interactions with each other that begin this paradigm shift. Thank you for this honor. It means the world to me, but I also think it's necessary to dedicate it to those that may never be able to stand up here. Here's to a future of positive change. Thank you.
I'm going to get these really fabulous folks to stay up here for a minute because we're going to do a family picture that'll make family pictures pale in comparison. I close this evening with gratitude that you came to be with us, each and every one of you. But I'm reminded of that class I need to teach on Tuesday for one last time, a class they call Clarapy, better known as class therapy. We read Sheryl Sandberg's Lean In, and she says in that book, what would you do if you weren't afraid? But more recently, she's written a book called Option B, in the aftermath of her husband's death, to remind us that not everything is a clear trajectory. And she says in that book, which I've just finished reading at the urging of my class, resilience is not something we have a fixed amount of. It is a muscle, and we build it. We don't build it all the time, but we can build it in ourselves, each other, and as you just said, Sam, in our community. So dear ones on this stage and still in the audience, be brave, be resilient, be generous with others and with yourselves, and be on your way. into the world to make us proud and to make a difference. Thanks a bundle.